Hello, good morning, and welcome back. I must make a huge apology for being gone for over a month now. I am really sorry. As many of you know, if you have followed my channel or my stream for any length of time, I do suffer from chronic depression. And it just sucked me into a dark hole and took forever to try to climb out. I'm not 100% yet, but I wanted to get back into doing some of the things I really enjoy doing, and one of those is playing Minecraft. I do need to admit to you that this world has not been loaded in the entire month. I have not loaded up to do anything, so I'm not 100% sure where I left off. And I don't know what we're going to accomplish today. I haven't got my creative brain back, so like being able to like build these walls and buildings and be creative hasn't really returned just yet. So the things we do today will probably be utilitarian, getting stuff done sort of deal. Yeah, so if that's the kind of stream you might enjoy, stick around. I'm gonna wander around here a little bit, just make sure everything is functioning, get my mind into some sort of place where I have an idea of what we could work on. Yeah, and go from there. I mean, I don't think anything's broken. It's not like I've been letting it run at all, so everything looks fine. Everything looks satisfactory. We've got stuff in here. That's all fine too. Okay. And it looks like our runic altars are all running all right. Of course I have Enderman. He's sitting on... Oh, he's being bounced away by the Julia and just kind of floating in midair. Great. Alright, so we have those. Yep, it seems everything is currently hunky-dory. Do we have trees? We do. Sometimes this doesn't place any saplings. Is it out of mana? This one I've been having some difficulty with. It looks like I've got it all right now. That's all got mana in it. Okay. And how are we for getting to this one? Ooh, we just need the one more. We are halfway there. Alright. I mean, granted, we have a lot more potatoes we need to produce. I am experiencing... Yeah. I guess that was going to be always the case, isn't it? I keep forgetting this world is just getting slower. It's just getting slower. We'll survive, hopefully. We only have, what, 3 more flowers to automate? 1, 2, and then the third one. Yeah, my FPS is just... And that's... Yeah, my FPS is low. I don't think that's anything that any magic can do for me right now. Yeah, WINRY'S stream. I've been gone about a month, maybe a little longer. I do have Spark installed. Yay! I'm wondering if I can even get this bigger. Do I want to get this bigger? I mean, and then we have the mushrooms. We had that problem. It looks like it might be a little better now that we made it bigger. Who knows? Hey, Darkwing. Let's turn that off. That'll help a little bit. What do I want? I don't know what to work on because I've been gone for so long. How is it not a good time to ask for that? That's probably not what you wanted, huh? What's the health report? I wonder what that is. There we go. It's now active. Okay. We'll let it run a while. See what's up. So, as I was saying, I've been gone a month. I just got extremely depressed and decided that nothing that I enjoyed doing was enjoyable. And so I haven't loaded this world in a month. Unfortunately, I do like the spooky spuds. I do like the spooky spuds. So we're just trying to get oriented, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. We have things on my list, but unfortunately most of the things that are on here are creative things, like buildings and whatnot, and I haven't recovered enough to do that. So let's see, what do we have in our to-do list up here? These are all done. Some of these I don't think we need. We decided we did not need, so I might have everything done. I think I have Dreamwood automating. Let's go check on that. I think I do. I do. I have Dreamwood, so we can check that one off. I think we left off, if I'm trying to remember, we were working on automating the coarse fruit farm. Right now it's just manual, because we were working towards the Chulpinot and the Rafflesia. Those two things, I believe. Whoop. Well, that was fun. Alright, so let's do Spark C Profiler stop. Let's get that so you can actually see it. There you go, knock yourself out, Hubry. Oh, something else we need to work on. I'm almost out of bread, and we need to do the, we need to do more new food. We need to try to get more of that challenge done. More food. So, yeah. I think most of the foods that we have left are fish, and of course that would require fishing. Oh, I don't think I've done chorus fruit yet because of the teleporting. Did I do poisonous potatoes? We could do some icky stuff. It's item frames. That's not something that I can cut down. I just have a ton of item frames. That's what you get when you play with Corporea. It doesn't look like I've done like the poisonous potatoes or the... I've done spider eyes. So poisonous potatoes, coarse fruit. I'm pretty sure that's just a vanilla problem, Hubry. Item frames stink for FPS. I don't know if they've improved that in future versions of Minecraft because I haven't read. I don't follow all the development. Let's do coarse fruit when we're done with the bread. I need to put these extra bergamutes away. I killed off a lot of my rabbits because that was actually causing a lot of problems. If you recall last time we were looking at this stuff. Oops, nope, stay there. So I killed off a bunch of my rabbits, and you're probably gathering. I still have some rabbits, but I've also switched my Gormarillas off from using rabbit stew. While it does have the most hunger points, it was getting difficult. I mean, having that many rabbits to maintain the Gormarillas, it was just unpleasant. So I cut it down. I could cut it down further. All I did was remove this glass and slap in a solid block and piston it down and just kill them all. Yeah. So it does help a little bit. I am reducing some of the item frame usage simply by using storage drawers for things, but this is my passive farm that has like nothing in it because very rarely anything actually spawns up there. But yeah. So far this has been my favorite setup, the Spectral Lotus. I really enjoyed doing the wool using the rainbow. Yeah, using the paint slinger lens. I really enjoyed this. It's not the way most people do the sheep farms, but this was fun. This was lots of fun. Even all of the complicated redstone down here was fun. So, yeah. I don't know if you need to do anything, Hubry. I mean, how many people are still playing 112 Botania? It is. It's actually one of the where I got my idea from. I mean, not quite. If you recall, like, if you were watching, we were playing with paint slinger lenses below, and I had said I wanted to figure out a method to use the paint slinger lens to do wool instead of relying on my sheep farm harvesting. But when I saw the contest entry come in, I went, yeah, that's cool. Let's try that. Yeah, I mean, 112 Minecraft in general is, no one's really, they're moving on, and I understand that. And I'll move on when I'm done with this pack. I was afraid, you guys, that during my being away and being depressed that I would not finish the pack, and I'd be disappointed in myself for that. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to get my bearings, and we can chit chat. You can hear the life of what's been going on with me. 'Cause yeah, we have a whole mess of stuff in here we don't need, don't we? Where are we getting the gold nuggets from? And the bowls? Wool? What is spawning in here that we're getting those things? Baffled. We're nowhere near another portal, so, I mean, zombie pigmen. I just don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, here's what I'm thinking. We need a pool of water, because I'm not gonna fish here. And I wanted to, for the longest time, put a pond, a tiny little pond here. So maybe we should just put a little pond here, and this will be our little fishing pond because we need the fish for the food challenge. As far as Floramancer challenges, yeah, we have a long way to go. This one is almost done. That one's over halfway. But some of these we've got a long way to go. And we have a long way to go before we can get the Galactic Potato. This one we're almost done with. I just need the XP to combine the tome with the enchanted book. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I want to finish. There's so many creative things I want to finish. Ugh. But it does appear we were... I probably needed to go into creative for the Rafflesia. Okay, thank you, Hubri. I do appreciate that. Definitely one of the reasons why I have storage drawers installed was to reduce some of the item frame issue. And I mean, I can trim it down by a tiny little bit. Like, I'm just using chests here, and I could get rid of the one. And some of these have 3. So I could reduce some of that, but you know, the ones that are on my corporea, you know that I can't. I can't get rid of those. So yeah, and this specific thing right here is what's causing the most amount of frame rate lag because of just the sheer amount of item frames on each row. And I don't even have the top row done. Oh well. You know, you make do, right? You make do with what you've got. So, I just said a lot of things we should work on, and I didn't write any of them down. And with my current mental state, I need to do that because I don't remember things very well. So we had Chorus Fruit Farm. We need to automate that. I want to make a pond so we can fish for the food we need for the challenge. You think using quartz glass frames would improve it quite a bit? You think or you know? Is that something you can test? And then the creative planning for the Rafflesia. Ooh. Half the CPU time used on frames is the frame model itself. Which glass frames don't have? Maybe put the pond under the main part of the base. Well, I wanted little decorative ponds, so there's no reason not to put it where I want it. It doesn't have to be huge, just large enough to fish in like you do in a sky block. Aim it straight up and let it fall. which is why I can fish in these. But I've wanted to do something pretty here, and putting little ponds in the 2 front corners is what I wanted. So, how are we doing on mana? Are we still in the positive? We should be. Now, when I first loaded the world, we had 77 mana tablets. We have 87 now. In 20 minutes, I've gained 10 mana tablets or 5 pools. Clearly. Clearly yeah, I don't have a mana problem. And I scratch my head so many times when people on Reddit are like, I'm having problems getting mana. I really, really wish maybe this sounds deadly to anyone who plays Botania, but I keep wondering if there was a way to nerf the Endoflame. Not necessarily let it die, but like it gets less and less effective the longer you use it or the more you have in an area, which would then make giant Endoflame farms less effective than just using a few, so that to try to force people to learn more Botania and use better flowers. I'm like, let me tell you how much I get. So much. I know how they're good. I know I've got arrays of Endoflames here. I have 3 arrays of 46, 48, 40 something in each pad, and I've got 3 of them running, or should be running. I need to reactivate these tend to happen. There we go. Now they're running. Because of course we need more than 5 mana pools every 20 minutes. Why not? Is this one running? Uh-huh, you are. Okay. And yeah, all of my mana generation is still running. I haven't decided to turn any of it off, which is so funny. And I can't imagine now of having 4 pads of these keks going. Like, I'm making more cake than it's consuming, which is fantastic. Of course people can figure out how many endos they could put in an area before the efficiency drops off, but maybe then it could be time-based. Like, the longer you use them, the less efficient they are. Like, they get choked up with coal soot or something, and you need to... Well, even just breaking and replacing, people would automate then. It's just a thought that I know that that's something that bothers a lot of expert Botania users, that the base users just stick with the furnace generator for the entire playthrough of Botania. It's just something that I'm like, you don't do that when you play any other tech mods. You like make a furnace generator until you can get all the materials together to make a better generator. But when it's a flower that does exactly the same thing as a furnace generator, you stick with it for the whole playthrough. I just don't get why people... Because even if this were considered a magic mod and people were like, this is a magic mod, you don't start with the base way of creating magic throughout the whole playthrough either. So I don't know. Maybe it is because of how cheap they are. True. And maybe for the most part, people aren't playing with Botania to do what I do with it. They're just doing it for the things they want, which are most likely the baubles and the armor. I can tell you right now, in any other playthrough, if I did not know Botania stuff, those are the things I'd go for, and that's probably about it. Because I find Terra Steel armor to be the bomb. Yeah, people primarily play mod packs. I get it. Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. Let's do the easy thing first by making a pile of bit of water. Oh, I need to turn that off. It's not September anymore. Ignore that. Do I have the ring of... I don't. I should put that back on too. I need my swappy ring. Okay, so that's why you build mod packs focused around one mod. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. Okay, so we're just gonna hack out a hole here, leaving some edge for decoration. And then dirt under it should... We're gonna rim it one below, and then make it deeper in the middle. Oh, I hope he's not getting stuck. Just a second. You okay over there, Atlas? I do have a kitty story. If you guys would like to know about Atlas's journey, current journey here, I don't remember when. It's been about a month, I'd have to say. Atlas hurt himself. We're not 100% sure how. We're of the belief it's possibly self-inflicted, but he got a cut on his paw. And that was a startling day because he just hopped up into my lap and just covered me in bloody paw spots. And I'm just like, what's going on? So I freaked out a little bit, but we got it cleaned up and it stopped bleeding, and thought nothing of it after that. But then a couple of days later, we realized that his grooming of his wound was getting obsessive. And it would stop bleeding, and then he would groom it until it started bleeding again. And he would just keep doing that. It would stop bleeding, it would start to heal, and then he'd lick it like crazy and rip up the scarring and scabbing, and just he wouldn't leave it alone. So we went to the vet and we're like, what do we do? He won't leave it alone. It's got a swollen part now where he's been licking it and causing it to keep reopening. So they put him on antibiotics and anti-inflammatories to help get the get the wound healed up as fast as possible. You're right. It probably itched as it was healing. You're not wrong there. And said, okay, and we'll see you in a week. We'll see how that does. A week later, I go back and he's still been licking at it. It's not bleeding anymore, but he licks his paw until it's sopping wet. Just licks and licks and licks and licks and licks. So we think that it became a behavior mechanism, that it started giving him this feels good feeling. And he kept ripping open little owies, and even though it was healed, it would get all red, and I'm just like, he's gonna make it bleed again, and we're gonna be right back here again. And so that was Wednesday, and they took x-rays of the remaining little bump just to make sure there was nothing in his paw that was causing problems. Did not find anything, as we expected. So we had two options, and here are the two options, and let me know what you would have been, what you would have decided. Option 1, make him wear a cone of shame for a week to 2 weeks, and see if that makes the behavior that he had ingrained stop. Option 2, surgery to remove the little bump that he might be licking, that maybe might be causing his irritation. We don't know. And then he wears a cone of shame for 2 weeks because he's got stitches that need to heal. Oh, now that this is covered in water, it won't convert to infused, will it? But we can now do, I think we can get these coral reef corals. I know we've got this stuff. At least we should. Do we not get it? Do we get it? Do we get it? Do we get it? We don't get it. It said it was a conversion. I don't know how you get... Okay, I'm like, you can't get sponge. Okay, this is going to be a trip. But I want coral reef, and I don't think this coral... I don't think you can place it on anything but the coral reef blocks. Okay, and it looks like this is the starting point you need. No, that's the green. I wonder if you get the... There's no way to get this. There it is! Kelp. How do we get kelp? Seagrass. We can get seagrass. Okay. So we can get that. I can't get sponges. But I can get kelp, and that was through this method. So let's do that. I would like some coral. I know it's not deep, and I know it's not, but yeah, coral. I want coral in there, and we can we? Don't think we can do the fishies thing. I don't think we can get fishies to stay there. So yeah, Atlas is in a cone of shame until Wednesday, and we'll take a look. It's the swollen part is so tiny, Darkwing, so very tiny, that we're hoping that if he just stops licking, it will go away. That would be lovely, Hubry, to have sponges in the GOG. Not that we need it. Not that it's like we have huge amounts of water that we need to sponge up, but it would be nice to have access to all vanilla things in GOG. Yeah, if we take the cone off and we still can't get him to stop licking his paw and he keeps making it bloody because potentially that spot bothers him, he will have to have surgery to have it removed, because he'll be constantly irritating his paw, and that is just ripe for infection that could go wrong. So we know this. We're just hoping that him wearing the cone for, we're doing a week, him wearing the cone for a week will get his to not think, okay, I need to be licking my paw. I need to keep licking my paw. We're hoping that's the case. We don't know. We don't know. All right, let's go through the mess of trying to get coral in here. Do we need to make it bigger, because if we turn these into coral blocks and I place the coral on top, I'm guessing that they fill with water so that they don't create, you know, air spots because they're underwater. I just want a little bit of life in here instead of just dirt. So let's get started with that. We need bone meal. I might have some over here, but we may just have to get it in my little remnant bits and pieces. I don't have any bone meal. Am I supposed to be crafting bone meal? Is it 2 words? It's 2 words. And I should have shears here. I do. Does this work? Yes. Great. So now I have the seagrass, which I should be able to convert to kelp. And now I need to make a kelp farm so that I can at least get 9 kelp to make a... Oh, how many do I need? I need to do this numerous times, so I need some kelp. So let's make a kelp farm, and it's gonna be just temporary. Right here. We've got space. I was just gonna, I'm not gonna use dirt. I should probably grab my cobble. My cobble wand. Where is it? There it is. This is it, right? Okay, now I'm questioning. I want water in the front, or water glass in the front, just so we can see it. Now, why did I place it again? I don't know. Okay. How tall can kelp get? How tall do I need to concern myself with? Make a vertical tube with water source at the top. Can you bone meal kelp? I don't think you can. The kelp will turn the water into source box. I only have 1 piece of kelp. You can bone meal kelp. Okay, this changes things. What I know about vanilla Minecraft, I learned from Hermitcraft. At least in these methods. Okay, we need some okay. So our tube is, I don't know how tall. That's 10. And we're gonna be able to put a dispenser in here. But we also need to be able to break it. So a piston up here on this level. What do we think? That's in the wrong spot. I know this is janky. We just need it to make coral blocks. I don't need it for anything else, so... Dropper. We need the piston. I need to make a dispenser. And... a clock. One every second. It's fast enough. Take. Yep. Okay. All right. Two words. All right, so we need to put this guy here. And that should have faced him in, right? No, he is another direction. Oh, I need to... It's from up here, isn't it? Then I need to rotate him. Yep. Alright, and then... this spot here needs to be a piston. And oh, you know what? I wonder if just a button there would work just fine. Just because I'm not going to automate this fully. Not interested in that. Okay. Great. Then we need to get water in here and go. Right? We probably are gonna, let's use this coarse dirt. Because I don't know if I can place the kelp on the vivid grass. Boop. Whoop. Well, that's just the weirdest rendering thing imaginable. Let's go get ourselves a button. Do I have one? I have levers. A lever would be fine. Woohoo! Now at this speed, if I wanted to automate it, I could just have a counter. Oh, that shouldn't have broken that down there, should it? Why did it break the bottom one? I could have sworn that that's not the way this is supposed to happen. Our next option is to move the piston up one and see what happens. I wonder if this is just because it's a backport mechanic that's been added. I don't know. I do know it's annoying. All right, how much coral do I want? 9. We're gonna need over a stack of this stuff. Probably lack of water 1 block. Is there a lack of water 1 block above? Did I make a mistake in placing the water, maybe? Oh, you mean like this? I don't know if they're missing. Let's move the piston up 1. Where'd the piston go? There it is. Okay, so if we move it up to there. Oh, not there. There. Okay, and we'll put our lights back. All right. Try this again, and we can make the tube taller. I just need to make sure that I can do this. Okay. Yes, I can make a tick, 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 tick. I could. You guys know that there's no reason. There's no reason to. That did it. Yay! All right. We can make this a little taller now. There's a couple. And then so we have 59. Woo. Let's do it one more time and then go start smelting this stuff because we need the dried kelp to make dried kelp blocks to convert it to coral. And then we'll turn you off. All right, let's get this smelting. Really, we have one in our system, so we don't need more than that. Oh, okay. So then we'll do the dried kelp into coral, and then we need to do dried kelp for this. We need to do regular kelp. We'll have to go do that one more time, and we'll get a bunch of the colors. I don't know if you need water blocks above this coral. That's what we're gonna have to test. I've never used it. It's just something I wanted. I like these blocks. I really like the dried kelp texture. So yeah. All right, so this will give me sponge, which I don't need, but I do want the coral, which gets me, what is that? What kind of a block is that? Can we tell? I wonder if it's a Earthworks block. No. I don't want to throw it in there because I want this bluish tinged one. I wonder if it's the press U over the block. Really? There. Why did I not think of that? It's been a month, guys. Dry. Aha. So I bet it's what happens to it when it's out of water. All right. We are okay from any redstone here. So I can just poke things out in place. Okay. And then let's grab, you've grown one, so we'll grab you. And we'll convert these guys into at least just one. I want to see if I can place it on the dirt here. No. I can place it on the coral. It makes little bubbles. That's kind of cool. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I really appreciate that Lucid took our advice and stuff and added more to the game even a year after it came out. Because all this backported stuff wasn't in the original Floramancer. I think it's cool. We might be able to play with the bubble flower. I really don't know how it's pronounced. Is it bluebell? Bubble? The bubble flower! Because I want to use it for a fountain. I would use the petite version. Alright, so let's convert these into different colors. We need to do all orange first. And then we'll do one. I don't know if I want the lime green. We'll see. Ooh, I want that one, yes. And I want that. The bubble flower. You don't know the bubble flower? Not many people do know the bubble flower, so I'm not surprised. All right. So we have a few to play with here. The bubble flower, Boobell, this dude. If you use the petite one, what I want to do is place a source block of water above its range, and it'll create a fountain. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that. Little extra little bubbles in there, a little color. I think I want to convert all of the coral that won't become infused. I think I just want to convert this whole thing to coral instead of dirt. We could use some of the dried stuff to give it some texture, but I don't know if it'll actually dry because it'll be in water. But get a couple of other colors in here. Perhaps knock out a few of these so that they're not crowded. And let's get ourselves a fishing rod. I don't need to do the index, it's right over here. Boop. You want to rewrite how it works though. So what are you thinking about changing? So if I stand here, gotcha. Oh, back-end coding functionality. I got something. I saw it. Oh, I got boots. Great. The first thing I fished and I got boots. Just fantastic. Okay, let's grab... Oh, you haven't grown. Why haven't you grown? You that slow on your own? I wish it could be used as a sponge alternative, Hubry. I do. I wish it could be a sponge alternative. I don't remember how many spots I still have. Oh, of course, I didn't want to do all these, did I? Are there anything else beyond that? Nope, back to seagrass. Yeah, I definitely could be improving this. You're not wrong. Let's make that one seagrass. Why not? So we need one more, but I think I have all of the types of coral that come from this mod, the Coral Reef mod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. How do you make? I have to make candles. I have not made a candle. Okay. I can do that. And then, how do I get you? How do I get you? Vines. Okay. Wow. We could put a floaty candle-y doodad in here. I don't think I need any more light. Nope. Cool. I have this one more piece. So what I'm thinking is, like here, can I make it go up? I wonder if you can place the coral there. I never did test. Can I break you? Yes. I don't think you can do that with vanilla coral, can you? Nope. It has to be at least 1 deep. Okay, good note. So it has to be at this level or lower. Can't put it here, probably because of the water requirement. But I can put the coral up here, and that's nice. I could maybe see giving it the bit of texture by using a limestone. That's a good one. The permafrost would be kind of silly. Just to give it some texture here. How do you look? Other than it zigzagging the other direction, not bad. That looks nice too. What is the darker colored? We have something. We've got this, the crag rock, or I was thinking more along the lines of the taiga stone. Yep. Yeah. That's pretty close. That works for me. We'll use those 3 blocks to kind of give it some texture in there. Give it some variety. I know this, and I want to put plants and stuff along the outside here. Can we get bamboo? We can. So I could do bamboo and sugar cane kind of out here. I need to limit the growth because I know bamboo gets pretty tall and I don't want it to be that tall. Just to kind of put it out here. We'll get a couple of those candles with the lily pads. Maybe the little flowers in front.